Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Mitch. Hopefully, y'all are having a great start to your morning. Hopefully, you guys are staying safe with this winter storm and this ice storm cranking up across portions of the country. So, I'm going to give you an update on what's going on, even though this is a ongoing situation. It's not like it's something that's coming, it's happening right now. But I'm going to give you the update on the latest information and what can we expect. We're also going to talk about, when we get to about halfway through this video, we're going to talk about portions of Alabama and Mississippi and how you guys could experience a tornado threat today and some severe weather as low pressure rides ahead and really brings up a moist sector and a warm sector and promotes a convective environment and just an environment in general for a low risk tornado threat. So we're going to talk about that too, guys. If you guys have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button for me. Like the video if you like it. It's appearing that it looks like after the storm we might hit a more slower period. So appreciate all the support with all the busy times. We're going to continue to talk about the storm, obviously, in the next couple days. But thank y'all for the amazing support. If you guys want continuous updates, definitely hit me up on Twitter right here and Facebook. It's a great way to stay up to date with the most continuous updates and the updated information in general. So thank y'all for the amazing support. I also want to mention, if you guys got anything I can pray about, please put it in the comments below. I pray over all the prayers, and it looks like everybody else is too. This is really awesome to see, guys. I've always wanted to use my platform as a way to glorify God. I've been blessed with this, so we got to use our gifts and our platforms for a way to glorify God, and I feel like that is extremely important while we're on this world. So here we go. Nothing's changed. Ice storm warnings have been extended a little bit to portions of Kentucky and a little bit deeper into Tennessee, and even a little bit deeper into Mississippi. The purples are the ice storm warnings, and those are the areas we worry about the most. Almost every single county in Arkansas is either under a winter storm warning or an ice storm warning. There's a little bubble of more warm air that's preventing as much winter weather in the Texarkana area right in here. But winter storm warning ongoing right now in Dallas, Texas, and the more moisture from this secondary low pressure is starting to get amplified up here in the Ohio Valley. I will mention, it looks like cold air is out chasing model guidance, meaning it looks like certain areas are much colder, not much colder, but a little colder than what model guidance had it for this particular time of the day, which is getting up to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, around 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. But check out Little Rock as we're getting into our 6 a.m. time period. You guys are experiencing a lot of sleet right now. Y'all are being saved from all the freezing rain. And I think that's why you have mainly winter storm warnings for the majority of Arkansas, is because y'all aren't going to be primarily ice. But you go over to Memphis, and we'll switch it over to Memphis here, where you guys are under an ice storm warning. You guys, there's nobody really reporting for this area, unfortunately. But just to your west, there's reporting sleet. But I guarantee you this is probably freezing rain and sleet from Memphis. And then you got a ton of freezing rain falling in northwest Mississippi, where you guys are under ice storm warnings. This is continuing to move up. We'll get into, let's see if I can spell this right, and I did. Awesome. The Paducah area, Kentucky, the Quad States area, ongoing ice storm going on, but there's a lot of sleet too. But I'm pretty sure if you get into more areas to the east, you get, like I said, you got a freezing rain report over here just north of the Tennessee state line to Kentucky. This is getting into Louisville. Now, I'm showing all these radar images, but this is just for this particular time. This will be much different going forward. Louisville, you guys are experiencing some freezing rain, but just south of town, it's all rain, but cold air is continuing to dip down, and this is really where the ice storm situation is really going to set up right into here. Lexington, watch out. Ice storm warning. Cincinnati, watch out. I think hopefully you guys in Cincinnati into Dayton could really be a little bit more cold enough to experience more sleet and snow as opposed to ice, but you guys are at least definitely going to see a little bit of ice. One thing we're also worrying about, like I said, is a severe weather threat. There's a slight risk introduced for portions of areas of Alabama and Mississippi where you have a slight risk right here. I guess I had a brain lapse or something here where I forgot what I was talking about. But there's a 5% chance of a tornado in these areas of 25 miles in any given location. And as I've mentioned many times before, 5% chance doesn't sound like a large chance, but you never know when your particular area is going to be in that 5% chance and y'all get hit by a tornado. So stay weather aware. I know y'all know all about severe weather in Alabama and Mississippi, so y'all are fully aware of when to take tornado watches and just tornado threats in general more serious. So this is valid for about 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're getting into time here, and we're rolling through this. And this is, you see this low pressure. This brings up a moist sector out the Gulf and severe weather threat kind of emerges here in Alabama, Mississippi. I'll get a lot more closer look at this here in a second, but you see what's going on here. I mean, this is going to be ongoing throughout the afternoon. You got heavy snow in Indiana, northern portions of Ohio. It's still snowing in portions of southern Illinois, and this continues into the evening hours. And you just got to, where this ice storm, section sets up, I think regardless, it's going to set up in northern Kentucky and then southern areas of Ohio. And then places like Pittsburgh, you watch out. How long are y'all going to stay freezing rain before y'all switch to snow today? It's a big question mark here, but I think even the big cities into the Northeast end as a period of sleet or freezing rain for sure. We look at ice accumulations right now. Now this is, some of it's already added up, but in Memphis, Tennessee, you're predicted to get over a half an inch of ice. This is going to cripple the city. A lot of people's going to lose power, and even areas into northwest Mississippi, over a half an inch of ice. It's going to be a really bad ice storm for western areas of Tennessee. You see these 0.72, 0.71. I mean, that's getting up to 3/4 of an inch of ice. That you're going to have mass power outages, and trees are going to be down. It's going to look like a hurricane went through in some of these areas. Trust me, I've seen what a bad ice storm can do here in South Carolina. When you get over an inch of ice on trees, it looks like a weak hurricane went through. It's crazy. So stay safe in these areas, like I've been mentioning in the last couple of videos. We get into Kentucky, well over a half an inch of snow. A half an inch of freezing rain expected. Stay safe in these areas. I'm telling you guys. I know it's just going to look like rain falling, but these areas into northern Kentucky, into western Kentucky, bad ice storm really is going to get cranked up later today. And then there's still ice predicted in Pennsylvania, which I've been watching an area for elevated ice as far as the Northeast and southern Northeast and northern Mid-Atlantic is concerned here. Watch out in Pittsburgh. I think y'all could get close to a 1/4 inch of ice. It's a lot of ice for you folks. I know I don't know how used to you folks in Pittsburgh and things like that are used to ice storms, but it'd be a significant ice storm for you guys. Let's take a look at the severe weather threat. So what we got going on here, and this is getting into about the noon time frame. As we're getting into noon, these storms could start firing up as early as noon in southern Mississippi near Jackson. And these are the storms you watch. You get here in time. You're getting into early this afternoon. You watch for any storms that form ahead of this main line. They can get discreet and take advantage of their own environment, if you will. So that's what you watch out for. There's going to be some factors that are against any kind of tornado development, but there's definitely some factors that are for it. So you need to watch out. There's going to be a moist sector right here, and I'll show you that here in a second. But in general, when you take a look at these storms, some of them have that hook signature to them, which tells us that it's got a little bit of a spin to these storms just by looking at a radar. It's crazy because you have a tornado threat down here, but then you have freezing rain falling in the northwest part of the state. So tornado threat in one portion of Mississippi, ice storm going on in the northwest part of the state. So dynamic system, right? And this tends to happen in February. But be weather aware from Birmingham point south, really anywhere in Alabama and Mississippi, especially central areas and southern areas of the state, you need to watch out for. And this continues to move on out. And even in this convective line, you can have a tornado threat with some isolated spin-ups. But what's going on here is these are dew points. This is what you call a moist sector that rides up ahead of a cold front. And these are dew points, not temperatures. Dew points rising well into the 60s. There will probably even be some 70-degree dew points, which is very, very moist for February. So you got low-level moisture here that promotes a tornado threat. So that's an ingredient that you have, and that's an important ingredient when you're looking for a tornado threat. But as far as convective energy, you got Kate values well over 1,000 joules per kilogram. So you don't always need these crazy amount of Kate values to have a tornado threat. Really, I mean, a lot of times you don't have them. But, this is 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram Kate rising into southern areas of Mississippi and Alabama. So the convective energy will be there for a tornado threat. Then you look at updraft velocities. So basically, this is telling us, a prediction this afternoon of where rotating updrafts can be and where the highest threat area could be. And it's showing up here in west central Alabama and then east central Mississippi. So be careful, guys. Be careful. I know you guys know all about tornadoes in Mississippi and Alabama. Definitely be weather aware in these areas because things can sneak up quick and they can be embedded. It's not like you're going to have these several discrete supercells where you're going to see this coming. This might be, this might be a rain-wrapped tornado situation. So be safe out there. Y'all stay safe today. and try to keep y'all updated on my social media links. But I'll give you an update this evening. Y'all have a great day, and God bless everybody.